Hi everybody, this is Tracey with Tracey's Arts and Crafts. I'm here with another Chat, Chill and Collage Tuesdays. And today I'm going to be collaging on revision cards. Now I have a whole bunch of these revision cards here. I like to use these for journaling. I can make a journaling cards because on the back you've got the lines that you can write on. So, and I have a whole bunch of these strips. This is just the peak of the scrap pile that I have. So yeah, we're just going to dive in and pull out loads of stuff and yeah, just get gluing down. So I'm just going to be using Pritt Stick today. Any glue stick will do. That's because I'm going to be stitching some of these on and stitching on them, and that will seal them. But generally, you know, you use what you use. You do you. If you prefer to use stronger glues, then go ahead, that's fine. I only use this when I'm really going to be stitching them or sealing them and things like that. But yeah, so how have you all been? I hope you've all been well. This week has started off mad and is going to finish mad. It's just one of those weeks I've got so much to do. So I've got loads around the house, I've got loads in the garden, just lots and lots and lots to do. Do I want these? Do I want them straight lines? Maybe I do. So yeah, just super busy. Seems to be the way my life just goes all the time now anyway, is super busy. I don't mind, I do like to keep myself busy. But yeah, my children are all doing good now. They're not so poorly anymore. Getting lots better. I don't know what that was my teenage son had. He just sort of coming feeling really unwell. First I thought it was, you know, the C word, a big scary word. But no, it wasn't. And we tested him, he's fine. And yeah, he got better very quickly after that. I had a really lovely lazy Sunday. That was lovely. I just decided I was going to have a no day and I was having a day off and I was just going to relax. So the no day means, Mum, can you do this for me? No, not today. Not today. Today is a me day. And it was really nice. I don't do it often, but when I do, my kids don't disrespect it either, which I'm very lucky in that sense, because sometimes I think I've definitely seen that some kids can sort of act like the world has ended because everything isn't happening now, but luckily my children are very laid back, and usually what they're asking me is something they can get for themselves. They're not young anymore, you know. There's one, that is really pretty, I think. That's going to be really easy to decorate up when they're that pretty. So yeah, these scraps, God, they're never ending, aren't they? I can't be the only one with this massive scrap problem. It's just a nightmare. They're just everywhere all the time. I do apologise for the shadow play that I have going on. It's kind of the best I can do, to be honest. If I open curtains and things and let in natural daylight, the shadow plays even worse because of where the sun sits and where my house is, so it's just that much worse. So it's not even worth trying. Just add a little extra glue along here, so whatever I put down actually sticks. Put this green. I always like to overlap because it feels like a bit of a surprise when I come to cutting all around, and then you look at it and it's like, oh wow, that looks even prettier. This is a great way to use those sort of strips that come from cutting down pages. And I don't like to throw away my scraps per se. I mean, I will throw away anything that is too small, like all these bits they're going. They could be used in collage, but I'm not going to keep them because I've got too many as it is. But larger pieces like this, these are cut down pieces like this. So all these little pieces are cut down from big strips. Got more in here, I think. Ooh. There we go. And they were from doing Tracey and Collage last week. And I had to end it early because of my son being poorly. So yeah. Bless him. He just come in and he looked grey, like real grey. And he just said, Mum, I don't feel well and I've got a really bad headache. So yeah, he wasn't good for anything really that day. But bless him, he stayed in school as well. And I said to him, why didn't you just ask to come home? And he was like, no, I don't want to affect my attendance, because at his school they have sort of activity days and things that you can do at the end of the year, only if you've got good behaviour and full attendance. And he likes to make sure he's got a bit of both. Well, all of both. I mean, he's such a good boy, he really is. So yeah, he really enjoys those sort of activity days. And he didn't want to mess it up, bless him. He didn't want to miss out. He's a very good boy, I'm very lucky. Yeah, the rest of my week kind of went quite slowly. We've been planning holidays mostly. So this year we're going down to Jurassic Coast here in England, which is a really, really lovely place to go. You can crack open some rocks to find some fossils down there and things. And you know, we're also going to be going to this caravan park, which is well known in the UK, called Haven. And you know, we've been to really loads of Haven holidays. We always go for the top tier, or almost top tier caravans. Just because I've got older kids now, so spending out a little bit of extra money for a little bit of extra luxury, we don't mind doing. And then they have all the evening entertainment, which the younger ones really love, and the older ones just like to sort of get drinks and hang out, and they go to the arcades and things like that. There's lots to do there though, absolutely loads to do there. You've probably all been to something very similar, but the kids love it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that. We're also going to be going to London as one of our day trips. There are a few other day trips we're thinking about. And then my husband's also going to be taking me way in January. Early next year, but we have to plan it now because it's going to be busy, so if we don't. And he's going to be taking me to Cancun in January, which will be lovely. And he's doing that for my 40th/honeymoon. We've been married for a long time, we have. And when we got married, all we did was we went, because my children were very young. My 3 eldest ones were young, and my youngest was just a toddler. And he's my middle boy now. We had 2 more since then. But yeah, I just couldn't bear to you know, leave them. So we just stayed in a hotel in our town, and it was lovely and everything. We had some lovely meals, we had some lovely time together, we went on some walks and things, and there's a lot to do in our town anyway. But it wasn't the honeymoon that we really wanted. And we always said, when the kids get older, when the kids get older. But at some point you've got to say, well, the kids are older now, you know, they're okay. So my eldest son, he's going to look after the children. He's an adult, well, almost an adult now. He's going to be 18 then, so he'll be looking after the children. He's also a child carer as well, so that'll be fine. My parents and my husband's parents will be popping in to make sure everything's okay, because, you know, nannies have to treat the grandchildren, don't they? They can't go a day without, you know, sending the grandkids a little treat or something. And yeah, so that will be all good to know that they're older now, more functional. So it's getting to quite a nice stage of my life, really, where they're all growing up and things are becoming a little less stressful when raising them, I'm finding. And I know some people say, oh, raising teenagers is such hard work. I actually find it a little bit easier. I mean, yeah, they're mouthy. You know, they can be mouthy. They can be know-it-alls. I think they know everything. But I can be quite laid back. My husband's definitely laid back. He's far more laid back than me. And my teenagers aren't actually all that bad. I'm quite lucky at the moment. My eldest was hard work when she was a teenager, but you know, but it's not as hard as a toddler that is completely dependent on you. You can say to your teenagers, look, you're almost an adult, sort it out, you can do this for yourself. Whereas when you've got a toddler, you have to do everything. You are their everything. So that's a lot harder work. Well, my kids are getting older now, so I find it a lot easier anyway. I know some parents don't. They find this the hardest stage. And the hardest for me is letting go, I've got to admit. Letting go of them, accepting that they're growing up and they're not on mummy's hip anymore. Because it is horrible, horrible. When my first one fled the nest and she left, oh, yeah, that tore me to pieces, that really did. That was very, very, very difficult. But I'm kind of getting used to it now and, you know, sort of planning now for the future without children, which is different, definitely different. Takes some getting used to. So yeah, so really just making plans for holidays has kind of been our whole week. We did have a plumber. He has left. Everything seems to be fixed. We've had no problems yet. But saying that, that's not the end of the story, is it? We don't know if that will break again or anything. Our bath just has been a nightmare. These things happen. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to use some longer strips now. Just getting fed up with using these small ones. Just a bit of a pain on size. There we go, that's better. Much easier. The longer strips are always easier. But these little strips are just cut down from pieces like this. Now, of course, you can ink up your strips if you wanted to, if you were doing this as well. But these make the easiest and nicest journaling cards, and then if you think, you put on just a few basic elements on there. And it's just going to look so nice. I sometimes like to add a little gesso here and there, a little white gesso here and there, to sort of tone down some colours. On these ones, I really quite like these. I probably wouldn't add any gesso to those. So let me show you with some whole strips how easy it is. I like to leave little bits raised as well, so I just glue the card and then stick the strips on. I don't always glue, you know, the pieces, but you can glue the pieces instead if you want to, and then that will stop those little lifty up bits, especially if you're not going to be sewing, because they might catch. I have to apologise for the state of my hands at the moment. I've been biting my nails like crazy. And also I apologise for where my ring has been. I've been forgetting to take my wedding ring off when I wash my hands, and we're doing a lot of hand washing, aren't we, at the moment? Well, we do it anyway, but oh, there we are, some people don't. And I have been forgetting to take my ring off, and soap's been getting caught underneath, and it's caused a little bit of a sore finger, really. Oh, come on, there's got to be some paper I want to use. Why do I keep picking up the same papers? Oh, there we go. There we are, and that's how easy it is. They're stuck down. So if you're using whole strips, much easier, much quicker. They're really super pretty, don't leave you with much left to do. All you've got to do is stick on a few elements and boom, journaling cards. Oh, you do get your glue stick, your glue sticky. Do get your scissors sticky in this, so you will have to give them a wipe down. But look how cute they are, I love them. Just going to check the time. I'm getting through these scraps as well. Oh no, we've got loads of time, we're good. Because otherwise I do cut you guys off. Yes, I'm super excited about my holidays. I was thinking on the next Happiness and Crafting Design Team challenge, challenge. On the next Happiness and Crafting Design Team project, I'm going to be making myself a travel journal and folio, because I would really like one for when I go on holiday, and I never make myself anything really. Let's just chop that off. Yeah, so I never make myself anything. I do have a journal. I do try to keep myself up with journals. But I thought, do you know what? I really want to document my travels this year. More for my children. I started off doing this because I wanted to make some beautiful pieces to leave my children when the time comes, you know, because you never know when that time's going to be. And I would like to have something that is more sentimental to leave them, but not too big, you know, not too much, because people don't want, you know, tables and chairs today, but a little book with your own handwriting in and photos and memories, that's exactly what you want, isn't it? So that's what started me on this journey long ago, when I started making journals. And yeah, I haven't really looked back. I've been making journals for years now. I've done other crafts as well. I do lots of crafts. I'm very creative. I do art, as you all know, because you've seen me. But I also do crafts, do things like crochet, embroidery, all that type of stuff. Sewing, quilting, you name it, I've done it. But I wouldn't say I'm an expert in those things. Crochet, definitely I am. I could crochet forever and a day. Trying to find some other bits and pieces. All this would go nice, but it's a bit big. Let's cut it down. Yeah, so crochet, I can make pretty much anything. I used to make my own patterns as well. There we go. I can't knit. I cannot knit. I've tried and I've tried. I don't know why, but I absolutely detest it. Every time I do it, it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. I don't know why it is. Because, you know, because I crochet and things, I thought that I would enjoy knitting too, but it turns out I don't. And not that I think crochet is better than knitting or anything like that, because I want to knit. I do. I see pieces, I'm like, oh, it looks so much better when it's knitted rather than crocheted. Because some things just do look better knitted, but no. Every time I try, I just lose my patience with it. Keep that strip, that's usable. So I keep both of those, they're usable. Use them in the next one. Let's cut this down a bit. There we go. So this week it's just going to be loads and loads of busyness and really boring stuff. Not even busy with fun things. It's all, you know, I've started to lose weight now, finally, and got myself sorted in my head to be able to lose weight, because I think it takes a little bit of work on yourself to be able to stick to eating healthily and not keep going back to those ridiculous habits. So I am finally stuck to it fully and losing weight. So now I'm starting to try to build up working out, which has to always start off slow, otherwise you injure yourself. But yeah, I used to go out and jog and do loads of stuff. No, not even very long ago. It's just before my gallstone operation. But then I had an operation. I was waiting 2 years, so it's less than 2 years ago, but I was waiting 2 years for a gallstone operation because of that horrible C word we all hate. And the pain got too much and I ended up suffering from depression and put all the weight on probably less than a year ago, maybe a year ago. So yeah, that was not very pleasant at all. And yeah, I put on all that weight. So to get it off now isn't the end of the world. It's not like it's been ages ago since I used to eat this way or exercise this way and things, but you really do notice a difference. Like, I think, oh my god, I used to be able to, you know, go out jogging and now walking is hurting me. Or, you know, I used to be able to lift certain weights that I cannot do again. I'm literally starting from the beginning again. So it does go to show how quickly your health can deteriorate if you let all this slip. But there we go. Let's have a little look at what we've made for today's video. Now that you've all had an update. Oh dear, so many scraps. They just never go down. So we have all these beautiful cards. I absolutely love them. I do love them. I love working with it this way because you're starting off with something very basic, and then from there, just a little tip for if you wanted to collage on something like this, you know, you wanted to add accents, let's just grab something over. The best way to add things is to cover up joins and some of the edges, and that just seems to be more pleasing on the eye. I'm just grabbing random things. I wouldn't usually put these things on, but you know, it's a little bit easier on the eye because you're breaking up those harsh lines by putting them on there. So that's just a nice tip, so you can, you know, catch some of them corners, or you can just catch some of these joins here. So there's a little tip for you. Yeah, and I will see you next time when we will be doing a collaboration tomorrow. The collaboration is doodling, so grab yourself some paper and pencil. We're working with green tomorrow, so maybe you want to grab yourself some green paper or card. Yeah, and just, I'm going to be doing very, very simple doodling. I haven't doodled in absolutely ages, so I'm going to be, you know, starting beginner level with you guys. And I have some wonderful books on doodling and things that gives you great ideas about what to do. So I'm going to be starting with some very basic, simple things. I know some of the other people in the collaboration are going to be using flowers and doodling flowers and things, so they're definitely worth watching. So do watch out for that one tomorrow and take a look in the description box for them, because that is definitely one to watch. And all those other ladies will be doing such different things that it will give you an idea of things to do, and it's so relaxing and calming. Yeah, everything else is in my description box. You know the drill. I'm going to give it a break for today rather than going through it, because it does my own head in. It must do your head in. And I will see you tomorrow with our doodling. Bye for now. Bye.